You want to know if you should text your ex on their birthday. I could give you one short answer, but this is really a nuanced question with a nuanced answer, depending on where you're coming from and what your goals are. Plus, if I gave you just one straight answer, the video would be over right here, and you wouldn't even understand why. In this video, I'm gonna break down why the answer to this question depends on your goals and the situation that you experienced and what that means for you. But first, my name is Dr. Lilli. I help you heal from toxic relationships so that you can create the healthy relationship of your dreams. I healed my own anxious attachment, and now I help you heal from toxic relationships so that you can create the relationship that you desire. So let's break down the different scenarios that you could be in. So first we have our main question. Should you text them back? And that depends on this tree that I'm about to describe. 1, do you want them back? Yes or no? Then under each of these categories, we have, were you the, for lack of a better word, dumper or the dumpy? And then we have, do you embody the masculine energy in your relationships or the feminine energy in the relationships? So as you can see, there's a few different scenarios here. I'm gonna assume that you watching this video are the person that got broken up with, or the dumpy, and you wanna know if you should text your ex on their birthday. The most important thing to consider when you're trying to answer this question is, what is your intention with texting your ex? Why do you want to reach out and text them in the first place? If you haven't really thought about this question, I want you to reflect on it now. Is it because you are reaching out for validation, whether that is their continued interest in you, wanting to know if they'll respond to you or if they even have interest in you, wanting to know if you still have access to them? Are you trying to show yourself that you're a valuable partner and that somebody should miss you? What is it that you're hoping to get from this text exchange? Are you just hoping that they haven't forgotten about you and you think that by messaging them, it will remind them that you exist? If that's the case and they need that reminder, what does that say about your place in their life? When you're still coming from that energy of wanting to make sure that they remember that you're alive, that you exist, you're putting more emphasis on them and the relationship that you desire to have with them, that it creates this energy of desperation that they can sense, even if they're not consciously aware of it. This energy can push them further away, or at least not make them want to come back. If there is a sense of clinginess that is coming from you, trying to pop in every so often, making sure that you're still seen and heard and recognized, it doesn't make them miss you or want you back. What is truly magnetizing to an ex, especially one who chose to leave the relationship on their terms, is somebody who is fully engaged in their own life, who feels happy and confident in the life that they have without them. That is more magnetizing than somebody who is desperately trying to bring you back into their life. Figure out what it is that is truly driving this desire to text them on their birthday. If you want to know if they're still interested, their birthday isn't going to change anything. Honestly, this is a day that they're probably very distracted and overwhelmed with messages and events with other people. If they're really interested in coming back and rebuilding the relationship with you, it doesn't take their birthday to make them reach out. If they really want you back, true desire comes from the everyday, where they miss having your presence around and they actually value who you are as a partner, not just because you're missing on an important day to them. Not texting them on their birthday will actually have a bigger impact. On a day that everybody else is reaching out, but you're not, if they're really thinking about you, it will hit harder than you being one of the many to reach out. Also remember that birthdays are a very cliche time for exes to come back around. You might not even be the only ex to text them on their birthday. So ask yourself, do you really want to be that cliche? Is it really going to serve the purpose that you have? Is your intent or desire to reach out pure Are you doing it for the right reasons? Or are you doing it because you're avoiding facing yourself? You miss them, you miss their company, and you don't know how to handle the tough feelings of being alone. Being alone isn't bad. It doesn't mean you have to be lonely. You can find even greater happiness, contentment, and confidence when you're on your own. But that's never gonna happen if you continue to distract yourself by the thoughts of your past, your ex relationship, your ex-partner, or consuming yourself in just trying to figure your ex out and get them back. If the reason that you're focused so much on them and wondering how to get them back, or if it's a good idea, that could just be a distraction you're using to avoid feeling the pain that comes with heartache and avoid looking at the dysfunctional patterns that you have and the way that you showed up to the relationship. So let's just assume that you were the one that got broken up with and you want to reach back out to them on their birthday. Well, there are two outcomes to consider. First outcome, you reach out, they don't respond, and then you feel hurt. You feel even more stupid, you feel more alone and more rejected. Another outcome is that you do reach out and they just respond with a thank you. They don't give you any more, they don't go any further than that, and you're left with a dead end conversation. What does that thank you even really say? They responded to you, but does it mean that they still think about you or they still want you? Don't cause unnecessary suffering to yourself. And this is assuming that you want them back, not that you simply want to wish them a happy birthday. So maybe they do respond and they do start a little conversation with you. That's possible, but they were likely to do it any other day as well. It doesn't require waiting for a significant day of the year to reach out and have a conversation. If they miss you, they can reach out on any other day. And so can you if you want to take that initiative, masculine leader role to initiate something again. However, we're assuming in this scenario that you're the one that was broken up with. So if you're the one that has been left through no significant fault of your own, it's more up to them to reach out to reconnect than it is you. It does nothing for your healing and growth to wait around hoping that they'll come back. The best thing for you to truly heal and be open to a relationship again is to focus on you. Focus on the growth, the lessons that you learned, the things that you can improve upon. This doesn't mean you'll never get back together with that person, but clearly there was something that wasn't working in that relationship, and you can at least use your time now to focus on becoming a better partner for your own sake and for the relationship that you desire. If you want to heal and move on, do not reach out. It will only cause more pain and delay your healing. Stop focusing on them and focus on you. That is the path to peace, to finally being able to sleep again, to being able to focus on work, and to finding that sense of happiness again. Because happiness doesn't come from a person or a relationship. Happiness comes from within you, and your ability to cultivate that is powerful. If you're able to create happiness within you, you become unstoppable, and it makes your relationships even greater. If you're still feeling like you really want to reach out to them and break no contact, then I highly recommend my video where I give you a little pep talk on why you should not reach out and break no contact. I'll link it right here. So in short, the answer to this question, especially if you are the one to get broken up with and you're trying to heal and you're just afraid that they'll forget about you or you're looking for validation, the answer is no. Do not reach out. Do not text them on their birthday. Focus on you and your happiness. If you want help healing, detaching, and being able to move on, you can apply for one-on-one coaching with me. The link is down below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. In my next video, I'll go over the different circumstances for how or why my answer might change about whether you should text them on their birthday based on the many different scenarios that you could have. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified every time I post a new video. I wish you the best on your healing. You can do it.